Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about my top 8 weird multi-tools from my collection, and number 1, this is going to be my favorite going down to my least favorite. This is going to be the SOG switch plier. Now this is definitely a little bit odd, but I really do sort of like the design. It's sort of neat. It's got an inch ruler on it, and it's just this fidget factor of snapping out the pliers is just really neat, and it becomes a little bit too fun over time. It probably can annoy some people around you. So it's got a file, a can opener, a Phillips driver, then the bottle opener screwdriver, and the combo knife blade, as well as a pretty nice pocket clip. So if the pliers worked a little bit better, this would be a really unique tool, but unfortunately the pliers aren't the best, so it is a very unique conversation piece, and I have carried it in the past. Alright, coming in at number 2 is going to be this coin from Ranger Industries. Now this coin over the years has been known by many different names. Now these are souvenir coins. They have a lot of times the Air Force, the Army, the police force, firefighters, whatever you want to commemorate. And then they just put a different face on here. I've even seen a pirate coin with these multi-tools as well. So it's pretty neat that you get a little pair of scissors, and then you also get the knife and the file. Now I know some people do call these a cigar knife, but I feel like they also are useful for many other things as well. And as far as an EDC bit of gear, this is something neat if you like to carry something a little bit different in your pocket, to just throw that in. Now coming in at number 3 is the Kobalt Plumbing Multi-Tool. Now this is a tool you might actually use, but it's very different from a lot of multi-tools. So instead of the plier head, you've got these PVC cutters, and they do work up to around, I think it's a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. You can't do too big a pipe on it, but they do work. And they have surprisingly heavy duty handles, even though again they are heavy. This is a heavy multi-tool, but it doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. You do have the combo tool, you've got the bottle opener, you've got the can opener, you've got a long Phillips screwdriver, and this is going to be almost remind you of like a rebar. I think I did some work on that to see if I could get the adapter to fit, and I'm sure if I ground it down enough, I think I was able to get an adapter to fit on that. And then you also have the drywall type saw. Now on this side you're going to have a 3-sided file. It doesn't look that great, but it is a file. And then you do have a knife. And one of the neat things about this is you have a reamer screwdriver as well. So a lot of multi-tools will not include a reamer. I guess you can use the head of your pliers or a knife blade for that, or an awl. But anyway, this is neat that it has a dedicated reamer as well. This comes in at about $13 or so at Lowe's. I will try to put links to these multi-tools and also Amazon links if I can find them. The Amazon links do help the channel. Alright, this is going to be adjustable wrench. This is going to be the CRKT guppy rather. And this is going to be the knife, the wrench, and then the bit driver. So on this tool, we have the pocket clip as well. Originally it came with a flashlight and an extra bit driver holder, but so there was actually a 2-part to this multi-tool. I just have the tool itself. The wrench isn't that great, the knife works, and the bit driver works. Those are going to be the 2 best options, and then you have a couple different carry options as well. Coming in at number 4, or number 5 rather, is going to be the Gerber Recoil. Now this is neat because it has these plier heads that shoot out, sort of like the SOG, except not from the side, they do it from the top. And so that is neat. Now there's some funny stories you can read on the multi-tool forum where this has proved a disaster in the pocket. But anyway, I'll leave that up to your imagination. And then we also have the knife, and then there is also the Phillips driver. Now on the Recoil, they take the word multi-tool to a whole new level. So each of these additional tools are going to be packed full of potential, This is going to be a cutter. We're going to have a bottle cap opener and a Phillips driver, and who knows what else. But those are the tools I think it's supposed to be. And then we're going to have a wire stripper. We're going to have a can opener, and then we're going to have a screwdriver there as well. And then on the inside, we do have a pair of scissors as well. These do lock. I believe these are the locking tabs right here. And then just because it's so fun, we've got to do that one more time. Coming in at number 6 on the scale of less and less useful is this multi-tool. Now, a lot of people love this multi-tool. It's known by many names: Professional, CAS Hanwei, Paul Chen, whatever you call it. Fiskars even came out with a version. This is essentially a Gerber MP600 reimagined with a scissor head and a lot of inferior tools. It does go for about $14 if you can find it on sale on Amazon at times. Now, these scissors, they look like a really beefy pair of scissors, and if you find exactly what they cut, then they work really good. But unfortunately, sometimes I want to cut netting in the garden, and a normal pair of scissors would have worked, but these didn't. Sometimes I would have wanted to cut, I'm not sure, I think they might cut paper, but anyway, different times I try to cut things that a normal pair of scissors would, and unfortunately these don't. But if you find exactly what they cut, I'm sure you'll be happy with it. So then you do have a pair of pliers, and these again are a little disappointing. They sort of snag up and don't really work that great. And then you do have a pruning saw, and then you have a removable file as well. So if that's something that's important to you, you can remove that file and get some work done. And then on here we have the knife. And on the inside, we did have a Phillips screwdriver. And on this side, we have the ever-present can opener. And then the flat screwdriver with the bottle opener. So do not be afraid. Even a scissor multi-tool has a bottle opener. All right, coming in at number 7 is this lovely imitation of Leatherman, except they got it all wrong. So this is going to be the lighting tool from King Innovation, going for only about $19.95 if you can hit it just right on eBay. I'll try to again leave links below, but at the time that I bought this about a year ago, this was about $20. It surprisingly has a really good wire stripper head, and that's where the good news stops. So on the inside of the handle, it's got all kinds of unique tools this is for, I guess, doing lighting outside for those. It's got some special hex heads for that. It's got a plier head. It has what almost looks like a scribe all tool. And then you even get a brush. So that is a really unique tool. I actually do like that. There are some times I've wished I had that on my multi-tool. But when you lock this in place, and it does lock into place, I guess. Is it locked? Well, it's locked in place for this tool. But anyway, you can just see if you look across here, they weren't machined right. So on this tab where they try to be like Leatherman, it just doesn't work very good. And then on the outside, we have a level. You're not going to usually find a multi-tool with a built-in level, so that's different. And then we have this driver as well. And then we have a saw of sorts, and we've got a very slim knife. And all these are going to snap into place like a musical box. You can see this metal spine, and there we go. We've got almost a musical lock in place. So again, it doesn't inspire much confidence. I have to say the wire stripper head is the most interesting and the best part of this whole tool. I wish it had been redesigned so it actually worked good, but unfortunately it hasn't. And then coming in at number 1 of probably the most useless multi-tools ever is unfortunately the Klecker Stowaway brush kit. Now, if you want a huge toothbrush to take camping, then this is what you need. Or if you need a bunch of multi-tools where you're cleaning your gun, this is marketed as a gun cleaning kit, then this is exactly what you need as well. But unfortunately, I don't think this ever took off very well. Individually, the Klecker tools I feel like are outstanding. This bit driver is really neat. I wish it had found its way in tools. Something like this in the Gerber Suspension NXT, I think would have been really neat. I even like these little things like the knife. It's pretty neat. They've made a design so it locks into place. And then almost like the power pint, you push on this and it unlocks it. Pretty ingenious. But unfortunately, some of the packaging, when you fit it together, I don't know about you, but I've never wanted to carry my multi-tools in a huge toothbrush. But that is the Klecker Stowaway kit. Well, let me know what your top multi-tools that are weird or odd or interesting are. I'm always looking to find out information about new multi-tools, and I'd love to hear your story.